Welcome back, everyone. This is the FloTrack podcast. I'm Kevin. He's Gordon. Busy show today. The title is USATF Athlete of the Year, but it goes beyond that. We're going to talk about the men's field for the NCAA Cross Country Championship. We're going to do the fantasy draft as well, too. You and I are heading out to Oklahoma tomorrow for Cross Champs. If you're looking for the women's preview, we did that on yesterday's show, the Wednesday show. So be sure to check that out today. We are going to do the men's preview. Gordon, how's it going, man?
I'm doing good. You know how I say that one time it was sweatpants t-shirt weather?
Yeah, what is it today?
Today is sweatshirt flip-flops weather.
Okay.
Sweatshirt flip-flops.
I wore flip-flops yesterday. No one saw it.
Yeah.
With joggers. But I went with shoes today.
We need to prepare for the cold.
That's what I'm saying. Don't pack those.
Don't pack flip-flops in
Oklahoma.
Tulsa and Stillwater? No, okay.
Full on Oklahoma weather. I've only been there once, but
do you have enough?
It looks cold. Bringing
winter clothes? All the coats?
Bringing my Madison coat is what I call it.
Madison coat. Okay. That's one of the big guns.
That's level 1. If you're wearing your Madison coat, that means I'm in very cold temperatures.
I do have like 3 levels of gloves.
I as well.
You have like that. There's like ones where like you only put these on when you know.
Yep. I got those in Madison.
Madison, yeah.
All cold weather gear goes back to Madison. If you're watching live in the chat, and you want to be part of the fantasy cross-country draft, where there will be prizes.
Which we'll do a wheel to decide the prize.
They're very stupid, but there will be prizes.
Yes.
If you want to be the representative of the chat, you can put a comment in there, nominate yourself in one sentence, because we're going to do the draft towards the end of the show. But we're going to start first with USATF Athlete of the Year. No surprise here on Athlete of the Year, Gordon. No allows for the men. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone for the women. I don't think anybody's going to quibble with these two winners at all.
Yeah, no one's going to quibble, but, I might quibble a bit because I did say I thought Grant Fisher deserved to win Men's Athlete of the Year.
Your Fisher campaign did not go well.
It did not. Fisher, though, he broke a lot of records, American records.
He did. Yeah. But I think Lyles, well-deserved, 1931.
Yes.
Undefeated season in the 200.
Yes.
Fisher, if he does similar good work next year and manages to get a medal, maybe he'll be in the mix, but it's just tough because you're going against a lot of American athletes who are medaling at global championships. Coach of the Year, Brad Walker. Good pick. Maybe not a lot of people are talking about Brad Walker, but he coached Katie Najat and Sandy Morris this year in the pole vault.
Yeah. Not many coaches can go 1-2 at the World Championships. Pretty deserving there. I like the little kind of zag. Everyone was, no, he wasn't on anyone's mind.
No.
In my mind. He wasn't on my mind for Coach of the Year, but when you look at the numbers, it makes sense. You can't do any better than
1-2.
2 athletes going 1-2 in the same event. So, and then this was a little bit interesting. The USATF Youth Athlete of the Year. It's also interesting they call him youth.
Mm-hmm. Instead of junior.
Junior, yeah.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on Willis taking the Youth Athlete of the Year?
So Roisin Willis wins it. Obviously, great 800-meter runner. She won double gold at the U20 championships in the 800, 159, and then in the 4x4. Everybody's obviously wondering why is Arian Knighton not on here, and I almost think he's too good to be considered for the Youth Award. Maybe you had to compete at World U20s in order to be eligible. And Arian Knighton had his sights set on the senior championship this year where he got a medal. But Willis is great. And maybe it's just because she's still considered in that youth category, whereas Knighton is too good and too accomplished even already.
It is kind of it's impressive where you can be so good at something, they just assume you're not even your own age.
For 2 years. This is the second year this has happened.
Yeah,
with Knighton.
Maybe they're just like he's probably not on the list.
He's just too. Oh yeah, he's still a junior.
Yeah. They didn't know to look at the senior list.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh, we forgot.
Yeah, but I think with Willis, right? You're getting someone who's run 159, someone who won double gold at World U20s. I do think there should be a separate award for people who are competing in that U20 category.
Yeah,
it kind of makes sense, and it's kind of in a way like Knighton, you put him in the other box. He's competing against the Lyleses of the world. Like, let's measure him against that. But if we go back, 10, 15 years from now, and you're like, all right, who is the best 18-year-old athlete in the year 2022 from the U.S.? The answer is Arian Knighton, obviously.
Yes.
Look at what he did. In the same way, he was the best 17-year-old athlete last year.
And then there was the Masters long distance running track and field athletes of the year, which everyone knows is going to Hitchings and who? Jenny Hitchings and
Myler. Flo Myler. Yeah.
Flo Myler.
I did not. I got to.
It's a great name.
I got
Flo
to admit,
Myler.
I didn't dig into that one.
You weren't doing it. You're not a big Masters aficionado.
Well, I am going to be this year because we got some listeners who
That's
are
true.
going to try to do some big things at the Masters Indoor Championships and at the Outdoor Championships. If you're one of those people, we need an update. Send us an email, FloTrackPodcast@gmail.com. Gordon might show up at the Masters Championships and cover it.
A friend of mine texted us out of the blue that he is just going to he's going to join USATF membership and is going to try to compete as a master.
Oh, really?
He's like 32.
Well, you don't have to be 40? It's just 30?
I think he'd be over 30.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's just like, why not?
Oh.
We can compete at Masters.
Are they good?
No.
Oh.
Used to be good. It's a way to get in shape. It's like, hey,
yeah,
I'll join the Masters championship.
Masters.
I think it's 30.
It says here.
I thought it was 30 now. I thought there's like the Youth Masters. Is there Youth Masters now? I think there is.
The Youth Masters. At least 40. Maybe this. Oh,
No.
It might be for specific events.
Yeah. Whatever.
Well, I just hope they get there. Well, hold on. USATF Masters adds 25 to 29 age group.
There you go. So he's probably
Pre-Masters.
Pre-Masters.
That's what it's called. Pre-Masters.
That's a little embarrassing.
Or
26 years old and you're running in a Masters.
Come
like,
on, man.
what are we doing?
Yeah, like.
I mean, we should do it.
Everybody does the I'm old and washed up thing. I'm guilty of it too.
Yeah.
I've been saying that since I was like 23.
But hearing 26-year-olds say that?
Yeah, when you get to be actually kind of old and your body actually starts to break down, you want to tell those people, no, don't preemptively act old. Enjoy your youth. Just because you have like a sore back once every 2 weeks does not make you old. Just because you don't want to go out and party every night of the week doesn't make you old. You're still really young. Competing, like you can't be 25 and competing in Masters. You just can't.
Well, you can
be in the Masters.
Colt's a master now. But we're also old enough to be Colt's parents, aren't we?
No.
Wasn't that a stat we learned?
No, there was can I share the stat,
It's
Colt?
close.
It's close.
Can I share the stat?
Yeah, of course. Go for it.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm closer in age to Colt's parents than I am to Colt. That's the stat. That's the stat that you need to know. And don't laugh, because you're not too far off.
That's true.
That stat's correct.
Still
right,
funny.
Colt?
Still funny.
Yeah, my dad's 45. So, yeah, very close.
All right. I don't know why I asked to follow up. This is just depressing.
Let's get into it. It's cross country season.
Yeah, break down the men's team race first.
Men's team race. We got again, if you want the women's preview, we did that on the previous pod. First thing we want to bring up is the rankings. I once again not prepared. Looking at the team side, Stanford stayed at number 1. Oklahoma State stayed at number 2. BYU stayed at number 3, and NAU stayed at number 4. So I did nothing. I changed nothing in the top 4 because regionals really is everyone is just doing the job to get through. I did move Tulsa up to 5 as that first team on the outside that could get in if one of the top 4 falters. I dropped Wisconsin down to 8. But when you really look at it, it's going to be a 4-team race. You could argue maybe it's only really a 3-team race. NAU is kind of on the outside.
Yeah.
But I did some analysis. And I was texting some coaches this, and this is my official predictions, kind of.
Okay, we're not doing predictions yet.
No, it's not prediction. It's just a statement. I don't know how to call it, but this is what I learned. You ready?
Yeah.
Oklahoma State is going to finish either 1st or 4th. Stanford is going to finish either 2nd or 3rd. BYU will finish 1st or 3rd, and NAU will finish 1st or 4th. Them's the numbers. Take it or leave it. That's what's going to happen.
So Stanford's not going to win? You had 2nd or 3rd?
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think it's wrong then. All right, let's break it down, though. Let's go runner by runner. Do we have that sheet like we did for the women? Yesterday, we can look at what you think the actual projected scores are going to be.
Do we have that? We do. Did I put it in the rundown? No. Am I doing it right now? Yes. There it is. Boom. It's in the rundown.
Okay.
Colts can be able to grab it, and we can put this up.
This is a lot more useful than you're like speculating. Like,
No.
they could get 7th or 12th or.
I sent that analysis to a couple of these coaches of these 4, and they said, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you sent it. The one where you have
I'm-
Stanford
no,
winning by
Stanford-
36 or 26 points, and you're like, they can't win? That makes sense.
It does. I know. Okay, let's bring it up. All right, so let's break it down. The rosters. Stanford obviously is the favorite right now, projected to score 114 points.
Yeah.
With a crazy big three, with Robinson, Hicks, and Sprout all scoring 11 or less points. You could argue Hicks may be the better guy than Robinson. Sprout, I think, is the clear third guy, but Sprout did not run regionals. Sprout may not be 100%. And if he's not 100%,
Based on what? Just because you didn't run regionals?
sources.
A lot of people have.
Sources.
Okay. All right.
So, I think that there's a chance that Sprout may not be the true top 10 scorer, and Sprout may fall back into the 20s. And if that happens, that opens the door for an Oklahoma State, a BYU to get into the mix.
I think he could drop back into the 20s and it's fine. For Stanford, it's all about 4 and 5. And I've seen enough this year with I've seen enough this year with their 4 and 5 to be confident that they're going to come through. I think Stanford is the rightful number 1 team. I think
Agree with that.
BYU is interesting just because of how deep they are, the potential for 5 All-Americans. Oklahoma State, you could say, could have 5 All-Americans. They'll be running at home. NAU is the one that looks the shakiest to me out of anybody in this top 4.
Yeah, I agree with that, especially when you look at Colin Solomon and George Kush. They haven't been running where we thought they would be. Obviously, George coming off of All-American performance at Nationals last year, but his regular season this year, not doing so much. He didn't run regionals. He did a workout instead. Colin Solomon, big star freshman, is not running the way Nico Young ran as a freshman.
Yeah.
Right? So Colin Solomon's not the top 20 type, true freshman that we thought he could have been, which is okay. Not most freshmen aren't that. Which means NAU is looking towards Brody Hasty to improve a little bit more. Looking for Ryan Raff, who has never really put together a good performance at Nationals.
Yeah.
But Ryan Raff has one of the greatest statistical careers of all time. This will be Ryan Raff's 5th season because of COVID. 3 of the 4 seasons where he was on the starting line, they've won the national title. The one that he wasn't on, 2019, they lose.
Mm-hmm.
So Ryan Raff say, hey, coach, I may finish 150th. But here's the thing. If I'm on the starting line, the team wins. And I have proof.
Good luck, Sean.
3 times I've run, we've won. The 1 time I didn't run, we lost. So you could argue, hey, Ryan Raff, if he's on the starting line, I knew he was going to win.
Yeah. Listen, NAU needs to draw an inside straight, basically.
Yes.
That's the way I'm looking at this. They need to run really well, and then they need other stuff to happen with the other 3, like all of the other 3. BYU, I like the pack that they have. They have
a good pack.
You have 2 through 6 all finishing 25 to 54, which in a national championship is not going to be that much time. You have Klinger out there only scoring 4 points, so that gives them a low number up front. You got Big Race Brandon Garnica in second at 25.
No, he was not Big Race Brandon in Stillwater in March of 2021.
So he's got 1 box left to check in his career, and it's going to be this. He's Big Race Brandon and Terre Haute.
I see that.
I guess the team I wonder the most about is Oklahoma State, and in particular Isai Rodriguez, because you have him scoring 14. Can he be the Rodriguez from Madison? He's had a bunch of injuries. Was obviously in that very serious car accident a year ago or so at this time. We know how talented he is. Just won the regional competition. Like, could he score 5, or is he going to go? Is he going to slide back potentially and score 30 or 40 points? So I like Stanford here. If you're saying that Sprout isn't 100%, I'm still going to roll with Stanford.
Yeah, like I'm going to go through it. I'm going to say why each team will win or lose. So Stanford will win because of their big 3. They will lose if one of their 4-5 disappears. So that's what's going to happen for Stanford. Oklahoma State, they will win if Victor Shitsama runs like a big three guy with Isai and Alex Mayer, because right now he's kind of like a wild card. He's had a few good races where he's run like in the top tier group, and then a few races where he's run in the back of the group. If he runs with Mayer and Rodriguez, Oklahoma State all of a sudden has the exact counterbalance to Stanford's big three, and then I honestly would take Oklahoma State's 4-5 against Stanford's 4-5,
It's close.
and then all of a sudden you got a chance for Oklahoma State to win. The way Oklahoma State loses is, one of their stars falls apart. Because that has happened. Look, BYU in 2021, Brandon Garnica fell apart. Someone like at Notre Dame, like Yard Nagus didn't run well. So there's always these times where like someone you think is going to be top 20, and then all of a sudden they're finishing 80th, and you're like, ugh. So Oklahoma State just needs to make sure none of their guys has a, oh, what happened moment. BYU, I mean, they win if they just do their job, and Stanford and Oklahoma State have a minor hiccup.
Well, I think they need 4 All-Americans, maybe 5.
Which is doing their job.
I think
because they have the ability to do that.
Yeah.
They're going to have 6 All-Americans. If BYU runs their ability, they'll have 6 All-Americans. And then the rest will just take care of itself. And then NAU, the way they win is they need Ryan Raff to run out of his mind. They need Brody Hasty to run out of his mind. They need Santiago Prosser to run out of his mind. They need George Kusha to run out of his mind. They need Colin Solomon to run out of his mind. And then they just need Nico and Drew Bosley just to do their thing.
I mean, I think...
Which shows its odds are not good.
So the second part of what you said, I think, is right. I know I said they needed an inside straight, but it's not that far off, because I think you can count on Young and Bosley to deliver and get in the top 10. And even if Young doesn't have his best race, he's still going to score you 4 more points than he originally did. Hasty was 39th last year. Do I have that right? So you just need 2011 Hasty.
2011?
2021 Hasty. Excuse me.
It's like a elementary school Hasty?
He was probably really good that year, I'm assuming. He always was good. So then it just comes down to those other 2. So then of the remaining 4 guys, from Kusha to Solomon to Prosser to Raff, can you get 2 other guys? And Kusha's ran really well, too. So you really just need them to revert to the form that we thought they were going to have at the beginning of the year to give themselves a shot. Now, that's not necessarily going to put them over the top, because I still think it takes a stumble from at least 1, maybe 2 of the other top teams out there. But that would at least put them in the mid 100 range to low 100 range.
Do you know how I think they actually do win? It's not going to be on Colin Solomon or George Kusha. I don't think they're going to run well. I think they're going to finish in the 80s to 120s. I think the way NAU will win, and I do think there's a legitimate slice of the pie where NAU can pull this off. Nico and Drew do their thing, and that's 90% likely to happen, right? I think if Brody Hasty just runs and finishes 30 to 40, that's doable. I think there's a 60% chance of that happening. What they need is Ryan Raff to have the race of his life that he puts together sometimes. Sometimes he's run really well. Yeah. It's just that he's never run well at this specific meet. But he has the ability. He's a 5th or 6th year senior. If he runs and finishes 40th, and then the last one but not least, you need Santiago Prosser to have the coming out race. It's like, I am the next era of NAU distance running. I am the guy who's going to go out there, finish 25th, and everyone's like, wait a minute. No one saw this coming. Now NAU is set up for the next few years, led by the Bosley, Young, Prosser trio. And I think Prosser, he's had a couple of good races. So it's basically Prosser running 25th, Raff 40th, and Hasty 30th, and then they win. Again, odds are probably less than 5%, but they're not 0.
Yeah. All right, do you want to talk about individuals, and then we'll go to sleepers and picks?
Yeah, so individuals, bringing up the rankings. Nico Young still have number 1. Alex Mayer, though, is the scariest one. He has a home course advantage, and I think it's a legit advantage. I don't think it's like, who's the Indiana State guy who ran distance?
Indiana State guy?
Yeah.
Oh, Mascari?
Yeah. It's not Mascari type home course advantage at
Morgan McDonald?
Terre Haute. Morgan McDonald, that was probably a good home course advantage. But I think the difficulty of this course, Alex Mayer is going to have a considerable good shot of winning.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I was a betting man, I'll probably put money on Mayer.
Yeah.
Because I think he would be plus money. Young, I think, is a favorite. And then I think one of the Stanford guys. I guess the question is, if it's not NAU, Oklahoma State, or one of the Stanford guys, who are you looking at as a potential someone not talking about? Is it Casey Klinger, BYU, Parker Wolf, North Carolina, anyone else deeper to Dylan Jacobs, the NCAA champion of Tennessee?
Yeah, we call Dylan Jacobs the most unlikely sleeper out there because he's the 10K champ. I'm looking at someone like Victor Kiprop, who's undefeated this year. And there's an athlete like this every year who goes undefeated, but they didn't race the best people because maybe their conference wasn't as strong and maybe they didn't go to Nuttycombe. He ran at Joe Piani, right? So he beat Dylan Jacobs head-to-head. That's a quality win. And then ran the Alabama Crimson Classic. But he's run in the 1320s before. The only issue with him that would give you kind of a bit of a pause was he DNF'd last year at the NCAA Cross Country Championships. And then on the track, he got 23rd in the 10K. Now, 23rd, that's almost like such a bad result that you can just say, okay, outlier, maybe there was some sort of issue going on right there. I don't know. I think he could be one to watch. I think I'm going to have him in my top 3 when all is said and done. But we talked about this with the women, how there's 3 women who have won an NCAA title and then 2 others who have been in the top 3. The men's is a lot more open.
Yeah.
Right? Dylan Jacobs has won an NCAA title, but Nico Young hasn't won an individual one. Alex Mayer hasn't. The Stanford trio hasn't. Casey Klinger hasn't. You have a lot of people up there who are going to be in an unfamiliar spot, you know, when it comes to crunch time. So to me, that makes me lean more on, all right, who's going to be able to handle this pressure the most? You know, we don't have somebody who has, a track record of winning NCAA titles, but who's been in big pressure scenarios and thrived in the past? I think that's going to be key.
Yeah. And I think Alex Mayer, more and more I think about it, I might end up picking Alex Mayer to win. He has the best kick. If Alex Mayer's in it with a K to go, he's going to know the course and he's going to have the best kick. You'll be able, there'll be no, if Alex Mayer is in the lead pack with a K to go, the race is over, in my opinion. I think the only way Alex Mayer doesn't win is if he gets dropped earlier on.
Well, everybody knows the course at this point. Yeah, he know it better, but
better, dude.
Nico was what? His freshman year on this course. Top 5?
Fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth or
so
fifth, yeah.
I think he's familiar with the course. I think he'll be fine. It's just fun because it is open, right? Like it is pretty wide open. Like there's a ton of parity there. I guess the other interesting thing is the top 5 guys are all involved in the team race.
Yeah.
And then you add in Drew Bosley at 8. So 6 of the top 8 are involved in the team competition.
Yeah. 7 of the top 11.
Yeah.
We throw in the Stanfords.
So that might factor in too.
Isai Rodriguez will be up there too.
Yeah. So, I mean, I look at that and I think, all right, that needs to play in a little bit too, especially in a course that is this challenging and could make you pay on the back end. Just some teams hold themselves back a little bit early on if somebody else decides to go out and push the pace.
Okay, let's do sleepers.
Sleepers, then we'll do picks.
Yeah, sleepers. So team sleeper, a team that I think is not ranked well but could potentially finish 4th. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, podium.
A podium sleeper. See, I don't want to toss. You could say Tulsa, but I have them ranked 5th, so I can't put them really in sleeper mode. I would say Notre Dame.
You have Notre Dame at 10.
I feel like that's unfair because they've been in the podium a couple years, but
yeah,
I would say Notre Dame is my favorite sleeper. Notre Dame and Wake Forest. I like ACC. I'm going with those 2.
I like Wisconsin. You called them the most underrated team of the year
Yes.
and then dropped them like 3 spots because of a regional performance. I think they're going to be good. I think they have a chance to get that 4th spot.
I like that
especially if NAU drops out. Like I feel like Wisconsin can cover that spot. Another interesting one, Tennessee. Tennessee coming up hard. I mean,
Yeah.
they were 23rd. Now they move all the way up to 14th with Jacobs and Abdullah. Just we'll see what the rest of their top 5 looks like. All right, what about individually a sleeper? I know who you're going with.
You don't know who I'm going with?
I know who you're going with.
Oh yeah, you know who I'm going with.
Yeah, because you don't even have him in the top 20.
Yeah. Nicholas Scudder, Charlotte, 21st ranked. He's my boy. I think he's going to finish in the top 5. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind during the fantasy draft. Or maybe I'm saying that to get you to pick him.
With the first pick, Gordon selects.
What about you? What's your sleeper?
I mean, maybe like someone like Asa Iverson out of Harvard.
Yeah,
You
I
have
like
him in 13th. Again, it's weird to say just settle on a sleeper just because you got so many people here who could have a shot at winning it. But Iverson, won HEPS. He was 2nd at Northeast, 8th at Nuttycombe, 6th at Cowboy Jamboree. But he's got good amount of experience. He was 40th last year. I think he's got room to grow. All right, what about picks? You want to do picks?
Yeah, it's time for picks. Okay.
All right. You want me to go first?
Yes. Team or individual?
Let's do team. I'll do team, then you do team, and then
Okay.
I'll do individual.
All right, what's your top 4? Go.
So my top 4, I'm going to stay with the top 4 that we have. But in a slightly different order. 4, I'm going to go NAU. 3, I'm going to go Oklahoma State. 2, I'm going to go BYU. And I think Stanford wins for the first time since 2003 for the men. Stanford men.
So okay, now I'm in a predicament right here now. I'll be honest. Should I tell you what my brain and I gotta get my brain pick and my heart pick.
Just pick.
Brain pick.
You get one pick.
No, I get the brain pick and heart pick. The brain pick is NAU 4, BYU 3, Stanford 2, Oklahoma State 1. The heart pick is Oklahoma State 4, BYU 3, Stanford 2, NAU 1. So that's
Which
the
one do you
brain and the
trust
heart.
more?
Yeah, what do you trust more?
It depends.
Is heart pick another just word for homer pick?
No,
'Cause-
it's not Homer. It's just like it's like a maybe heart's a bad word. Like I just like you just feel guilty for betting against Mike Smith
Why?
because they've done it. So they've been so consistent for the past 4 years, and you look at the guys on their team; they're all great runners. Like they're not like fraudulent. Like this is a weak year, a bunch of 14 flat guys. Like they're all good. They just haven't had a good regular season. So there's no your brain says, Gordon, trust your brain. Look at the results. They haven't done it. If they haven't done it now, they're not going to do it on Saturday.
Yeah.
But then the heart says, though, but they're good. Like, have you seen them? I've seen them work out. I've seen them. There's no way. So that's why it's like brain and heart are kind of going against each other.
You said we've seen them do it so many other times before, but all the other times before they've had better regular seasons,
Yes.
right?
That's the difference. Yes.
So you'd actually be going against what they've done in the past. This is not by design.
Their best regular season, they lost.
This would be the best coaching job Mike Smith's ever done.
Yes.
If they pull this off, if they're able to manage this, because I don't think it's a matter of them just underperforming. I think the guys going pro left a little bit of a vacancy here, and this isn't as strong of a team as they've had in the past. There's no shame in saying that. Those teams were all-time teams.
No Abdi Haminur, no Hobbs.
Yeah. And let's go back to the Grijalva teams and the Beamish teams.
Yeah.
Like all these, look at how good Luis Grijalva is now. Jordy Beamish was an NCAA champion. You had Day and Baxter and Lamong. Like they've had
can't win forever.
They've had such stacked teams. This team is not that. They're still in contention for the podium, but that's why I say if they win, it's his best coaching job.
Yep. Which is why my brain pick is Oklahoma State 1, Stanford 2, BYU 3, NAU 4.
All right, let's go to the individuals. Do you want top
3?
Top 3? All right, third, I'm going to go Hicks. Second, I mentioned him before, a bit of a sleeper. I'm going to roll the dice on it, Victor Kiprop. And then first, I talked about this before. Because this field is devoid of a favorite, because this field only has one other person who's won a NCAA title, I'm looking at other people who have big race experience, people who have run with a lot of pressure on their shoulders, but also a person who doesn't really carry the weight of the team title on his shoulders because we think it's a bit of a down year for him. I'm talking about Nico Young of NAU, and it's going to be interesting to see, can he get that individual title, right? He was so good as a freshman on this course, finished 4th, a little bit farther back last year, but he's always in the mix, ran well at USA's, has a very fast 5,000 meter PR. I think it's going to be Nico's time.
I like the pick. My third place finisher is going to be I want to do it. I really want to do it. I'm not going to do it. My third place pick is going to be Casey Klinger. My second place finisher is going to be Charles Hicks. And my winner is going to be Alex Mayer.
So no Nico in the top 3.
No Nico in my top 3 and no Caitlin Toohey in my top 3.
Well, they're your rankings, so that makes sense that you would completely pick against them.
Why would...
I think we're going to find out. This is what we're the big takeaway from this. Nico, X-rays came back.
You got that dog in you.
He's going to have some dog in him.
I mean, again, I'm okay with being wrong.
Yeah. But don't you think in the back of...
I think Mayer's going to win, though. I'm just so confident. And I feel like if Mayer's going to win, I feel like Nico's just going to get like 4th.
I'm feeling good about Nico. I mean, it's tough because it's cross country. We talked about this before. Is his college career going to be like a Mance, or is it going to be like a Derek, where Chris Derrick was like always in the mix,
never won,
couldn't get over the hump. Mance was always in the mix, but then at the end of his career, got over the hump, won the last 2 cross country titles. Nico's not to that stage in his career yet, right? He's still a sophomore, but I think he's going to get one.
I should say this. Maybe this is blasphemy to say, but is it in NAU's best interest for Nico not to win, to stay in the 2 to 5 range, because then it's a reason for him not to go pro. So you get to use his incredible talent more often for a potential team. Because think about it, the reason why Abdi Hamid Nur is not on this roster right now is because he had an incredible indoor and outdoor season, makes a world team, right? Runs amazing, wins the NCAA individual titles. So it's like, what's left for me to do at NAU? You keep Nico Young almost getting the carrot but never grabbing it is a reason for him to not go pro. You kind of stay.
I hate to break it to you, but Nur was going to go pro whether or not he won the indoor titles or not because he made the U.S. team. And Nico could get 50th, and if he makes a U.S. team and competes at World Championships, that's what matters.
No, if Nur didn't make the world team, would he have gone pro?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
No, I don't think so. But it cemented it, right? It cemented of like this guy is able to compete at this level. I don't know, maybe he would have. But my point is, those two things, you always get second chances in track and field. So he could win, he could get 50th, but I think ultimately what he decides in the future is going to be more dictated by what he does outdoors and at USA's.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
So,
fantasy draft.
There's a lot of things we're going to do here. First of all, the fantasy draft is going to be between myself, Kevin, producer Colt, and the chat. The chat is going to have
if the chat wants a pick. Does the chat want to do it?
So if you want the chat to have a pick, chat one. Just say yeah. Or just yes. Say yes in the chat if you want the chat to have a say in the draft. There is a prize to winning the draft.
Yeah.
Which we will get to eventually. Should we first, let's spin for the prize first, or what should we going to do first?
Yeah, so the winner, there's a variety of prizes here that you could get, ranging in things you'd want to get versus things you don't want to win.
Okay.
So the possible options here are Colt gets $5, meaning if you win, you have to give Colt $5. Kevin gives $10, so I'll Venmo you $10. Gordon gives $100. That could be the prize. Gordon's Eagles plaque.
I have an Eagles plaque. Yep.
From the 2003?
Yeah.
2004 NFC Championship team.
Yep.
Made the Super Bowl. I put signed shoes from Kevin on there. I have a lot of old trainers.
Okay.
I can sign them, drop them off at your house or Colt or
email to
ship
someone
them
on the chat.
Yeah. I don't know if there's another prize. Maybe how about add Gordon's Halloween costume?
Oh, the dog and me?
Give him the X-ray.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
Gordon's
Gordon's
Halloween.
Halloween costume, we can add in there. So let's give this a whirl and see what we're going to be playing for.
Should we do elimination style, or is this the winner?
This is it.
Oh,
this is it. You
what
spin
is it?
one time only.
So
Okay. Colt
Let's
gets
go.
$5.
that means the winner has to Venmo Colt $5?
Yeah, and to make it fair, if the
the-
chat wins, Gordon will Venmo Colt $5. We won't make the chat pay.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
and Colt, if you win,
You Venmo yourself $5.
yeah. So Colt, I guess you have an interest now to lose. But see, producer Colt, he's an amazing producer, does not really follow the sport, and last year just picked Big 12 teams. So that's the fun.
Oh, Bill Kingsley said I was going
to.
to. Bill Kingsley in the chat said I was going to play until I saw the prizes. Hey, there's still pride on the line.
Yeah.
There's still pride on the line. So, okay, we need to figure out a representative for the chat though first before we spin the draft order.
Let's just spin it, and then we can just go chat. Like I'll just say, hey, it's the chat's pick, and then whoever I see respond in the chat, I'll do it.
So we're gonna spin for draft order. So we have Colt, Kevin, myself in the chat. This is for first overall pick.
Oh, we're doing snake, right? All right.
So Kevin gets the first overall pick,
Okay.
and then we'll spin for a second overall pick. Are you happy? That's a lot of pressure. First overall pick.
No, I'm
Don't make a
good.
mistake.
I don't really like it that much.
There we go.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
Gordon, second overall pick.
Right in the middle.
This feels like it's rigged against the chat. I don't know about you.
I'll give the chat time to figure out what they're going to do. Colt, who's the big winner today, because he's going to get $5.
All right, Chad is the second pick.
No, third. They're third.
The third pick, yeah, and then Colt is picking last. But it's Snake, so that's a good spot to be in.
Yeah.
All right, so we have the draft
So
order.
there's two at the end. So you can go men or women, right?
Yeah, so the way the draft is going to work, obviously it's cross country scoring, so you score your best 5, men and women, but you can pick men and women whatever order you want.
Yeah.
So you can just go 7 women in a row, then the next 7 men, but that's probably not a good strategy because
Yeah.
you're losing out. But you can pick men or women in any order.
Mhm.
We have a draft board. We're going to put this up on the screen. So you can see that's the current rankings, and then we'll fill in who your picks are, and we'll remove the athletes as you go. So with the first overall pick in the 2022 FloTrack Podcast NCAA Fantasy Cross Country Draft presented by nobody,
Caitlin Tui.
Caitlin Tui, first off the board. Okay. And I'm going to go right in, and I'm just going to, I don't even need any time. I'm going Parker Valby as my number 1 pick.
All right, the chat.
So the chat,
You're on the clock. You can pick men or women here. Whoever
you're in charge of looking at the chat.
whoever responds first in the chat. There's a little bit of a delay in the chat, though. So we're just going to have to get used to
A delay.
filling in. Well, it's just like 10 or 15 seconds behind.
Okay, so
If someone was smart in the chat, they just would throw it in a pick ahead of time.
yeah.
But also then that person might get picked as well, too.
Okay, so
But
who's the chat want?
They haven't said anything yet. When
'cause-
they do say it, I will tell you, and then we'll have a pick. So 2 are off the board there. So, okay, chat's going with Hicks.
Hicks?
Hicks.
Okay. First one's in again, Hicks.
See, now you have multiple people in the chat putting in there, but okay, we'll go Hicks.
Hicks is what the chat's getting.
Yep. Good pick. Colt, your turn. Break it down.
All right. Taking Alex Mayer, Oklahoma State.
That's a good pick, Colt.
And now, Colt, you go again.
I forgot how Snake worked for a second. I'll go Taylor Rowe, Oklahoma State.
You're just going to do Big 12 again. He's just. All right, so Isaiah says Nico. Bill says Chilangat. Somebody else said Nico as well, too. So let's give the chat Nico.
Chat gets Nico.
Chat loading up on the men's side of things.
Okay, so I'm going to go with, I got to go with Mercy Chilangat. I got to go with another female. I'm going 2 women off the board on my end.
So I get 2 in a row.
I need to get some men on my roster.
I'll go Robinson. And then I'll go Kaylee McCabe.
I'm going to need it. All right, I need to go. Ooh, so Victor Kiprop is he worth it, or is he going to fall apart?
I mean, I would love Victor Kiprop to be there when it comes around to me.
I know
Because
you
you know
would.
Colt's going to go Big 12, like all the way through.
Yeah.
Colt's mad I picked McCabe.
I think I got to go Casey Klinger. I think he's a solid pick.
Klinger. All right. Chat, you're up.
Put up the graphic so we can see who have been selected so they can.
Yeah. So I guess,
We've all went with the top 5.
yeah. So the top 10 are
Here, I'll start.
off the board. We already got Nico. Valby's already gone. Hicks is already gone. Chalangat's gone.
I'm moving it up so people can see.
Yeah. Let the folks see who's left here.
Who's the chat said?
They're still thinking about it. Cook. Bill gets the pick. He says Cook. Give him Natalie Cook.
Natalie Cook. I have her ranked 12th.
Yep. Oh, 2 people said Cook and then 1 person said Camille, but
Wait, hold on.
Cook
Chat.
wins.
Okay. Colt, you're up.
All right. I'll go with future Big 12 school, BYU, Aubrey Frinthaway.
All right.
He's
And I'll
really
follow
going to
it
do
up
it.
with Isaiah Rodriguez.
He's really going to do it. He's really going to manage to do this all Big 12.
You got Alex Mayer and Isai. That's a good one, too.
Yeah, he's riding or dying with the Big 12.
All
Okay,
right, chat's up.
back to the chat. Okay, Thomas from the chat says Bosley.
We're getting Bosley?
Well, let's see if I'll give him 15 more seconds, and if nobody else objects. Oh, agree. Okay, if it gets seconded, then I'm doing it.
All right, Bosley.
Bosley from the chat.
So my turn now?
It's your turn, yeah, and then I get 2.
I'm gonna piss you off. I'm gonna take Victor Kiprop.
No, don't do that.
Yes, I am going to do that.
You shouldn't pick.
I'm doing that. Victor Kiprop.
Ah, man, that was it. Yeah. Leave the rankings thing up, Colt. Yeah, just leave that up for a little while so they can see.
Yeah.
They don't need to see our faces on this. Thanks for the feedback on that, David. All right. So, my pick, I get 2 in a row. Let's go Dylan Jacobs. Gordon, give me Dylan Jacobs. And then Parker, how do we feel about Parker Wolf?
How do we feel? I mean, Milt. Should we call Milt and ask him?
No, you know what? I'll go to the women's side. I'll go Camille. I'll go Camille.
All right, so my turn. I'm gonna go with. I got 2 men and 2 women. I think we can go with Aaron Benfeld, Oregon. He's old, right? He's German. He's like an 8th-year senior.
He's old, right? He's German. He's like an 8th-year senior. Just quality stuff
That's my analysis.
from Gordon. All right, so best available right now, Wolf on the men's side. On the women's side, Hilda Olamomoy. She's ranked 7th. Wolf is picked 6th. So the chat is up. The chat is on the clock. Chat has just a star-studded men's team right now. Hicks, Young, and Bosley.
That's good.
They might be the favorites right now on the men's side.
And they got Natalie Cook on the women's side. They need a woman. They better select a woman, or they.
So Aaron and Bill both say Stearns.
Oh,
At
dang
least
it!
Stearns. Hopefully they did that to piss you off.
That's who I was gonna. Gosh,
Okay, good.
damn you, chat.
Don't say that about the chat, man.
No, I mean I'm going to. This is negative $5 on the line.
This is war.
All right.
I really didn't think it would end up being that.
I know.
that
That's like
sort
the
of-
last one we
I
wanted to be.
know. It's
It'll be great. Maybe we'll spin it again. We'll spin the wheel again. Colt still gets his $5, but we'll spin the wheel again without that one in there.
All right.
For the winners.
Next.
All right. Colt, get 2 picks.
All right. I'm going to go with a former Big 12 school now. Take Bailey Erdenstein,
Okay.
and I'll take Andrew Kent.
Andrew Kent.
Andrew
It
Kent.
goes Colorado. There's a method to Colt's
Watch.
madness.
No one would have picked Andrew Kent, and then Andrew Kent's going to finish 7th, and we're all going to be like, God dang it.
I mean, he's ranked 17th. Is anybody thinking of Andrew Kent? All right, we're back to the chat, right?
Yep.
All right, chat. You can see what's left.
So to remind the chat of what you have, the chat has Hicks, Young, and Bosley, and then they have Cook and Stearns on the women's side.
Yeah, throw up that if you could, Colt. Yeah. So they can see, and then throw the big board back. up.
I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. I messed up the length.
All right, we got the big board up there. All right, cool. Bill wants Bob Liking, but I don't. Let's see if there's.
Are you sure they want them?
That's who you want, probably.
They don't want to get a woman. They want to stay with two women.
I mean, there is something to be said for just like doubling down and trying to get one victory.
Yeah, that's true. Are they getting Bob Liking?
No. Well, Aaron wants Bush from NC State. Someone wants Venters. All right,
this isn't good. We need someone to second someone.
Got to come to a consensus.
Whoever
here.
seconds someone, then.
Oh no, we got. Okay, Bush has 3 votes. Venters has 2.
Okay, so we're going with Bush.
Yeah, Samantha Bush, NC State. Isaiah, David, and Aaron.
So now it's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Emily Venters.
Well, you're just stealing this chat's pick.
Happy with that pick.
Man, I am kind of being influenced a lot by the chat because a lot of people are saying Liking in the chat. And obviously I'm a big fan of his because of his name.
Your liking of his name?
Yeah. You know what, though? Parker Wolf 6 for a reason. I'll go Parker Wolf 6.
Getting Parker Wolf now is a good. I shouldn't have cursed, but is a good pick. Okay, you got Parker Wolf. All right.
And then I don't know. We're all staying away from Sprout because people think he's banged up. Is that the idea here? I got 3 of each. I'll go. Give me Everlyn Kemboy, Utah Valley. I said she's a sleeper.
I was scared to take her. That was my thought.
Don't be scared.
I'm scared. All
right. So back to Gordon and then to the chat.
Okay, I'm gonna go with. I want to take Carter Solomon.
Okay, that's your pick.
But I'm not going to.
All right.
So I'm gonna take Acer Iverson. I'm a big Sixers fan.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta go with Acer.
AI. Okay, so the chat, I'm going to give the chat was going hard for Liking. So I'm just going to assume that that's still the case.
They still want him?
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just amplifying him to try to get someone else to take him. Or do they truly want him?
Well, I'm looking at the people who Aaron wanted Liking, Lucas.
They all want Liking. All right, we'll give the chat Liking.
Yeah.
The chat
Bill wanted Liking. David says the NFL draft would be much better if fans could do this, make random 10 million picks.
All right, Bob Liking.
And not have 1 point person either, just have complete chaos.
Bob Liking is going to
Lucas,
chat.
Yeah, Lucas wants Liking.
They got Liking.
He said it twice. You get Liking. That's a good pick. I can see him as a top 6-7 guy.
Colt, 2 picks.
All right, I'll finish off my women's team here.
Oh.
I'll take Jep Karui. I'll take Emily Covert.
Oklahoma State and Colorado. Now, did you hear what Colt said there?
Finish off my team here.
He said, I'll finish off my team here. This is an interesting strategy. He's not even like worried about 6 or 7.
Yeah,
he's like, going to make sure he locks down a good 5.
Yeah, and then he's done.
And then that's it.
Okay.
So it's back to the chat now. It's back to the chat. Bill's nominating Maya Ramsden from Harvard for the next pick. They're just pumped that they got Bob Liking. They are so fired up. They got their man.
They got their guy.
Like if this is
and they almost lost him because I thought about it. You thought about it.
If this was the NBA draft, they would have like traded up 10 spots. All their second round picks for the next 4 fantasy drafts are gone.
I like it.
Okay. We got 3 votes for, or at least we have 2 votes for Ramsden. We have a vote for Sam Gilman. He's down in 26th. But I think we give it to Ramsden.
Ramsden.
We got 2. Yeah, we got 2 there. Oh, we got 3 now.
They did a 4th woman anyway. So
I like how collegial you guys are being in the chat.
Yeah.
This is the most civilized the internet has ever been. This could have descended into chaos. So I appreciate the chat working together. You guys don't know this, but you're probably all friends because you all follow track and field and cross country.
Okay. I'm up next. I'm gonna go with Barry Keene. for my pick.
Love it. All right, I get 2. Do I finish out the men's top 5? Do I take a flyer on Cole Sprout? A lot of value there.
It is value.
Or do I wait? Oh, you know what? I'm going to piss you off.
No!
Nicholas Scudder, baby.
No!
I'm going to go Nicholas Scudder.
God dang it.
Dude, give me a control C and a control V
Yeah,
there.
all right. Can we do a trade?
No trades. And then I'll go with Kaylee Mitchell, Oregon State.
Kaylee Mitchell. Okay. I need some.
How did you let Scudder drop that far?
Because I didn't think he's outside the top 20.
That's because
There's probably a chance that I ranked him outside the top 20, knowing there was going to be a draft,
Yeah.
knowing that no one would know it, and that I could get him in like the 6th round.
Yeah.
But it didn't work. All right. I'm going with 2 women. I'm going with Hilda Olamomoy.
Olamomoy.
And I'm going with Olivia.
You get 1 pick. You don't get 2 picks. What are you doing?
Well, I was jealous of your 2 picks.
And I'd like some jelly beans.
Fair enough. All right.
All
Chat's
right.
up. The chat.
So Atomic Punk says Markasic. Bill says Engel or Marchesic.
That's what I wanted.
Aaron says Sprout and Engel. A lot of votes for Engel.
Angle. We're going with Angle.
Where's Engel?
Addie Angle, 19.
Oh, Addie Engel. So 1.
She's
2.
good.
So we got 1, 2, 3 for Engel, 2 for Markasic. All right, Isaiah, another one for Engel.
All right, Angle it is. That's their 5th woman. All right, Colt, you get 2.
All right. Let's do Brandon Garnica, BYU.
Yes.
And then Victor Shisova, Oklahoma State.
Dude, Colt's
You
team,
know Colt's strategy is totally going to work.
well, we said that last year, and it looked like it was a possibility, but not.
I did hear Gonzaga potentially is going to the Big
12, yeah.
12.
Yeah.
So if you see Gonzaga athlete,
Oh, really?
keep that in mind.
So we're
Okay.
back to the chat, right?
Yeah, chat's turn.
So some people are saying Sprout, but now they're saying he's hurt. But they wanted Markasic, right? So do we give him Markasic?
No, they give him Sprout.
No, now they don't want.
Who do they want? They need a 5th. They don't have a 5th man yet.
So someone mentioned Carter Solomon, but they were mentioning Markasic before, and Markasic is still on the board.
I like how you're like the official selector for them.
I'm the chat whisperer.
Chat
I'm
whisperer.
trying to figure out where they want to go. I'll give them a little more time because of
The delay.
deliberations. Yeah, and they need a chance to think about it. Because now they've seen who got picked, because some of the people are off the board. There's no need to rush. We got enough time. We only have a couple picks left. So Bill says Solomon. It's Carter Solomon, sophomore from Notre Dame. Isaiah says Solomon. I think they want to go with a dude because they're only at what?
4 dudes.
And they have 5 women?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see Aaron wants Hamilton.
Duncan Hamilton.
Duncan Hamilton. Let's see.
This is a hung jury.
Well, I'm going to give him 10 more seconds. Someone says go crazy with Solomon. Colin Solomon.
We're going Colin Solomon.
Yeah. For any, it's not time for the flyer. The flyer's at the end. All right. Let's give them, unless there's any last comments here, I think we're going to go with the chat with Carter Solomon.
All right, Carter Solomon, which means I am taking female teammate Olivia Markovic. Thank you, Colt.
Markasic. So you
Markasic.
lose people if you mispronounce their name. That's my new rule.
All right, Kevin, you have
I get 2 picks.
2 picks.
I'll go. Graham Blanks from Harvard. And I'll go. Let's get New Mexico in the mix. Let's go Grayson Larkin.
You would do that.
They're gonna be up there.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go on a run of men here.
You get 1. You don't get to go on a run. You get 1 pick.
I'm gonna go with Liam Murphy.
Liam Murphy, sophomore, Villanova. All right, I think the chat wants Hamilton. There's at least 3 people saying.
Duncan Hamilton?
Yeah, so I'm going to say,
We're giving it to him.
yeah, let's just give them Hamilton.
They got Hamilton. Colt,
Double up, Colt.
final 2 picks, Colt.
All right.
Oh, no, not final 2 picks. So.
We got a long way to go.
Let's do Lexi Lowry. And then let's do
Who?
Lexi Lauer.
Austin
Lexi Holly.
Vansel.
And who?
Austin Vansel.
Former,
I think I said that right.
yeah, former Big 12.
You're really holding on to this bit. I love it. All right, chat's back up.
Chat is back. All right, so Meza Downey from Bill and Atomic Punk. Is that who you guys want? You guys have 1 men's spot left and 2 women's spots left. Downey. Okay, yeah.
Downey?
Yeah. Amelia Meza Downey. That's a good pick.
My turn?
Chat might win.
No, Gordon's going to win.
You never win this.
I'm going to go with... This would be a funny pick, but I don't know if I should do it. Do you know who would be the fun pick for me?
I don't know. Make a pick, though. Let's go. We got it.
Yeah, okay. Whoa. You get the chat time. Why don't I get
because
time?
they have a delay, and there's 12 of them that are trying to figure out who to pick. They're more organized than you are. Make a pick. Come on.
You need to relax here. Okay, I'm going to go with Isabel Van Camp.
Isabel Van Camp from Arkansas. So now it's to me for 2. Let's just go Sprout.
Oh, you're doing it.
Yeah, why not? And then I'll go Pellicoro of Portland.
Okay, my turn. I need a man and a woman, but I only get to pick one according to you. So
According to the rules.
according to rules, let's go with go Yassine Abdallah.
Chat is mad at me because I picked Sprout. They were waiting to get Sprout later. Sorry, guys.
See, that's
Sorry.
no. See, the chat's turn. I'll go with Abdallah.
All right. Chat, you're on the clock. I'll give you time since there's a lot of moving parts here. And then Colt, can you show them their roster right now and everybody's roster?
Hold on, I'm gonna do this to the roster so it's the letters. So you gotta zoom out a bit. So maybe I'll make the text smaller.
Oh God, I ruined everything.
I know. It's because I'll make this. We're showing it the teams. I ruined everything. Should I make the text font smaller? Here.
That's fine. I can adjust.
Oh no, here we go. Oh.
Can I see that?
I'm
What are you
screwing up.
changing it.
Why couldn't we just do it the way it was?
Because it was overlapped
Oh.
the words. Okay, I'm not moving it anymore. This is
They
the
can't see that.
this is the final form.
Oh, okay. But I'm saying who's on their team.
Shoot! I didn't do that. That was on.
Guys, I apologize.
I should have done
Oh my
two different
God.
screens. Okay,
That's who's left. You got, listen, chat, stop. Chat, you got 2 picks. You have men's spot and a women's spot.
Okay.
So Bill says Tyisma. David says Kiprop. Donovan says Tyisma. Wait, which Kiprop? Hold on.
Patrick Kiprop.
Yeah, Patrick Kiprop. They're not talking about Vincent. Patrick Kiprop.
Vince.
Rory Leonard is a wild card, someone says. So I see 2 for Tyisma, 1 for Kiprop.
Give him Tyisma.
Yeah, let me give him a second here because I think there's some confusion due to the fact that you guys could not display who was on whose team for a while there.
Okay, just
And by you, I mean
We got to figure it out. We're good.
David says Seymour. Isaiah says Tyisma. All right, that's 3 on Tyisma.
Tyisma it is. Okay,
Tyisma's for 7 is pretty good.
Colt, you get 2 picks.
All right. This is last of it, right?
Yep.
This is it, Colt.
All right. I'll take Joey Noakes, BYU. And then I have to go off board. I'm going to take Gabby Henteman, Oklahoma State.
Okay.
Oh, he went not even on the top 40 because you're trying to find
She's 50th.
trying to find a Big 12 there.
I like it. I like it. Okay.
Doing your own research, Colt. I love it.
Oh, Gabby Henteman. All right. Chat's final pick has to be a dude.
Yeah, so Aaron nominated Patrick Kiprop. Bill seconded it. I think it's going to end up being Kiprop.
Kiprop. All right, we're giving Kiprop. With my pick, I'm going with NC State's Sydney Seymour.
Good pick.
Great pick.
So
Some say it's the best pick.
it's down to me, huh?
Yep.
I have to pick a man. A lot of choices here. Seeing who else, the chat's still going.
Yes.
So I can just be like, oh, okay.
Get advice from them.
That'd be a good one.
You just have to pick one dude.
Sharp. They like Sharp, huh? Yeah, maybe I'll go. Actually, I'll go Curtin, Florida State.
Curtin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Senior. I like that pick.
So, Team Kevin got Tui, McCabe, Camille, Kemboy, Mitchell, Larkin, Pellicoro. I got Valby, Chalenga, Venters, Hilda, Markovich, Van Camp, Seymour. The chat has Natalie Cook, Elise Stearns, great pick, Stearns, Samantha Bush, Ramsden, Addie Engel, Mazzy Downey, and Taizma. And Colt has Taylor Rowe, Aubrey Frentway, Bailey Hertzstein, Bella Jepkuru, Emily Covert, Lexi Halliday, Gabby Hennerman.
Mm-hmm.
On the men's side, Team Kevin has Kai Robinson, Dylan Jacobs, Parker Wolf, Scudder. God damn you, taking Scudder away from me. Graham Blanks, Cole Sprout, getting them as your number 6 guy.
Mm-hmm.
Ergen Curtin. Team Gordon has Casey Klinger, Victor Kiprop, Aaron Benfeld, Acer Iverson, Barry Keene, Liam Murphy, Yassine Abdallah. I'm not liking my team right now on the men's. Just read that back. I was like, that's not looking good. Team Chat, they got a good team. Charles Hicks, Nico Young, Drew Bosley, Bob Liking, Carter Solomon, Duncan
That's
Hamilton, and Patrick Kiprop. Team Chat has a good men's team.
Yeah.
And then Team Colt, Alex Mayer, Isai Rodriguez, Andrew Kent, Brandon Garnica, some call him Big Race Brandon,
That's right.
Victor Schützma, Austin Vancil, and Joey Noakes. Those are the teams. We'll score your 5 men and 5 women. And
Tiebreaker is your 6th runner.
No.
Yes. Tiebreaker is your 6th runner.
But what, men or women? The higher of the two?
Yeah.
The 6. Okay.
6th runner matters, though.
How about the average of your 6 runner?
Perfect. As long as the 6th runner matters, I'm all good.
I don't like that rule, but fine.
So I think the chat has the best men's team. Women's team,
I think I do.
I think you would be favored. But I'm very close behind. Like my top 3, I could get 3 in the top 6.
Yeah, I also could get 7 in the top 7. So
Yeah, that's true.
what if?
That's true.
We all could get 7 in the top 7.
Yeah. All right.
This is fun.
Is that it? Thanks to the chat for
Yeah, thank you,
participating.
chat, for participating.
That was fun.
Keep an eye on it. Screen grab the thing so you can keep track of it on Saturday morning. See how your
We'll
team
save
does.
it. You got the spread. You have
Yeah, I
the-
got. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. You
We'll save it.
could tweet it out.
Yeah, I'll tweet it out.
The morning of the race, but we're off to Oklahoma tomorrow.
Yep, we're gonna do a podcast recorded, not live, sometime Saturday afternoon, and then post it.
Yeah, it'll be audio
Audio
only.
maybe video,
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
maybe video for the chat. They love the video.
Yeah, that'll be difficult.
Audio for sure. Video. What are the odds? We got like.
3%.
So you're saying there's a chance?
3%. It's
Okay.
going to be freezing, and we're going to be.
We're not gonna want to do video.
Well, it's not that we're not going to want to. It's just logistically, and then we got to get back to the airport.
Maybe we just upload the audio directly to YouTube. It'll be just like a picture of you and me
Like
freezing
this.
cold. Like, sorry, no video.
Take
We're
a step.
cold.
Do the waveforms the whole time?
Yeah, the
like we're
waveform.
saying something really crazy and controversial. Yeah,
We'll do
I
that.
like that. All right. the email address, FloTrackPodcast@gmail.com. Subscribe if you haven't yet to the FloTrack Podcast YouTube page if you're just listening to this. Follow us on social, Twitter, Instagram, all that other good stuff. Enjoy the meet, and then we'll be back on Saturday, and then we'll be back in person on Monday. We'll talk to you guys then.